We're back with Disc 1 of Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, because we got a couple extra things to look at. For one, we're going to look at the briefing files. Just this one, because this general style is important.
Long time, Snake.
So for one, we're going to see this general look in the immediate next game, Metal Gear Solid 3, during some of the briefing in that game. But also, more recently, this room, which is exclusive to the Twin Snakes, was referenced in a series of shorts that was released on YouTube and Twitter. And you can see, yeah, it's pretty much an exact recreation of this room. Right down to the heads-up display and everything. Very, very strange, but a pretty fun little detail. I remember when these came out, a couple Japanese Metal Gear fans and myself were kind of like, whoa, is that the Twin Snakes room? In addition to that, Snake in this room, if we are able to, zoom in on him, we can see he's actually got the mullet from MGS2 in his Iroquois Pliskin appearance. So that's something that you can just barely see in the background. But yeah, people have zoomed in, people have extracted the models, and sure enough, he's actually got this hairstyle. If you watch all of the briefing files, he'll actually ask for a pair of scissors so he can cut his hair as not to be mistaken for one of the terrorists. But yeah, canonically, I guess that's just his normal hairstyle, and MGS1 is a bit of a switch. I wish there was a way to play as MGS2 Snake or Beard and Mullet Snake, but unfortunately, there's not. It would have been a cool, like, New Game Plus sort of deal. In addition to the mullet, and speaking of extracted files, if you extract Snake's textures from the torture sequence, you can see he's actually got beard stubble on his face texture. This only appears in the torture sequence and does not actually appear in-game. Only through extracting the file can you see this detail. I've not seen anyone actually apply this to his face in any way, but I think it's a very interesting bit of trivia.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
And boy, if nothing else, I sure am filled with Metal Gear trivia. You'd also just barely see the sneaking suit was in the bottom left corner, but we aren't going to be watching all the briefing files. No, no, no. We're going to be playing some video game. Beard and Mullet Snake with the tuxedo. Oh yeah, that is a look right there. That is the most Dave he looks. Whoops. I did not mean to actually do that. I meant to hit back. I thought I hit back, but maybe I didn't. We're going to play the game, like I said. We're going to load our normal file. And you can see we're at the cargo dock. We're going to continue to play normal Radar Type 2. And we're not going to go too far into the game, but we're just going to take a look at what happens on a third playthrough. Because, yeah, there was a mention of a Tuxedo Snake.
This is Snake.
And if you know, you know. If you don't know, well, you'll see. So yeah, we're on playthrough 3. We've got access to both our stealth and our bandana. We're going to equip the stealth. This is my first time actually showing off the stealth camouflage in these playthroughs. I am going to revisit every game in the future after Delta comes out, but, you know, we're just going to skip on getting the AP sensor for now. Well, no, let's grab it. Let's grab the AP sensor for the hell of it, because we just have to kill time until the elevator comes down, and grabbing that is a good way to do it. AP sensor, again, that's an item from MGS2 that I barely ever use. Basically just makes the controller vibrate when enemies are nearby. It's an alternative to the radar. It's cool, I guess, but I mean, you know. So, what's a stealth camo do? Well, it makes you invisible. However, it doesn't mean that you can't be spotted at all. And it also doesn't mean guards can't hear you. Just means they can't see you. But you can do stuff like this. It's one of the best bonuses in any video game ever because it's so silly. You can just do some absolute clownery. Also, Forklift My Beloved. Apparently, the forklift was going to have a larger role in the game. The heliport was going to have a forklift driving around. And it would have created a shadow that Snake needed to hide behind. That was, of course, the original version. They never included it. And they just, you know, they didn't include it here because it was just a remake, you know? Would have been nice if they included some of the other dummied out ideas. I could talk about MGS trivia for days as well. I'm a bit obsessed about this game series. Yeah, we have talked a little bit about it, but, you know, I just, we should yap more about it because it's just such a dense series. Even when there's games I don't like, I still like them. Tactical forklift action, yeah. We did see the sad fate of a forklift in MGS2. Fortune destroyed it with her railgun. Oh yeah, I've got the M9 now. So with the M9 and the stealth, you're kind of like... I mean, come on. Metal Gear, I really like playing. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the aesthetics, but I really like playing. And part of that is this series has some of the best, some of the absolute best game completion rewards out of any video game I've ever played. And it's such a shame that a lot of people don't want to play these as games because they miss out on that stuff. Speaking of which, third playthrough of the game. There we go, that's how English works. You get a bit of a different costume for Snake. You'll start to see as he takes off his scuba gear. Hell yes. So yeah, that's not just for the scene. You get to play the whole game as Snake in the tuxedo. There's a couple different variations of how the tuxedo looks. There's a part of me that really likes the MGS1 version just because it's so funny that he keeps the bandana on. It's ridiculous. MGS2 Tuxedo Snake was mentioned, and yeah, overall I think that's the best look. But I still quite like this one. It's just, it's too funny. So if you want to truly 100% the game, you actually have to beat it 4 times. Actually, my mistake. You need to beat it, let's see. This is the 3rd time, okay? And I have the tuxedo. So whoever's ending I get on this playthrough, in the demo theater, I will get, let's say I go for the Merrill ending. So in the demo theater, currently I have the Otacon path and the Merrill path. But if I get the Merrill path now in the demo theater, I'll only unlock the Tuxedo Merrill path. I'll have to play through 2 more times. And then, you know, so how much is that? What is 2 plus 3? Well, it's 5. But then I have to play a 6th time if I want to get the Otacon tuxedo ending and really fill everything out. Oh boy, it's kind of nuts. But yeah, I did it back in the day and I plan on doing it again. Yeah, the aggressively 2000s opening is so good. Yeah, so just kind of showing off how this works. I mean, nothing sees me. Nothing. It's hilarious. It's great. I'm not even going to get the SOCOM. We don't need it. We're just going to crawl on in. And we're going to get a little further in the game. Just a little bit. It's not going to take very long at all because we're completely invisible. And we're, you know, we're skipping cutscenes. There's the rats. They're not rats. They're Alaskan field mice. More games need music playing to cuts back and forth in slow-mo. Genuinely, the direction of this game is peak. And yeah, more games. We need to go back to this. We used to be a real country, a real society. We used to have real video games, man. None of this sadness and RPG platformers about depression. Nah, you were just a cool guy with guitar riffs, sneaking around, following rats. Getting the stealth camo the first time in NGS1 back in the day was so rewarding. Yeah, that's how you get people to want to keep the game forever and talk about it forever and play it forever, is stuff like that. You would give them really cool New Game Plus rewards, so you'd want to beat it and you'd want to play it continually. Yeah, it does. It sounds like things you would make up. You'd be like, oh, I wish I could be invisible like the ninja, and then sure enough, you can. There's the DARPA chief. Oh yeah, I guess we should show off my style and duds a little bit. He does have his holster showing, which is kind of funny. Pretty cool, though. I like it. Your game doesn't give me violent flashbacks. That one ghost ship scene isn't even really art. I think I know the scene you're talking about, and I agree. Oh, man. Video games, man. Video games. So, I believe, looking at Meryl here, there maybe is a difference? I can't remember if it's at this point of the game or not yet. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we've got a tuxedo, and Meryl has a sneaking suit.
A woman. Not him.
This was something added to Metal Gear Solid Integral. The Tuxedo Snake playthrough has Meryl in a sneaking suit based on some artwork that Yoji Shinkawa did, I believe, after the release of MGS1. And yeah, they added it to Twin Snakes as well. There's another character that has an alternate outfit that we'll see very soon. But first we have to actually get there. Which means a lot of skipping through cutscenes, and now we've got this sequence. Hey. Yep, Meryl's out there beating up Johnny. We're going to grab that ration. Let's get our bandana and our stung. Flashbang warning, literally. Hey. You're not that lady in a sneaking suit. Who could it be? Yeah, it's Meryl. Let's watch this, because this is fun. I think the tuxedo really works in this game in particular because of all the weird, like, action flips that Snake does. It just feels so... It feels right. It just feels somehow correct.
No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking.
See,
Shoot me, rookie.
Careful.
that's why I didn't
no
get the
rookie.
SOCOM. The cutscene's a little different if you don't get the SOCOM.
Wander. There's no confidence in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of little
You've never shot a person,
differences.
have you?
in the cutscenes, depending on what items you have or what you have equipped.
I told you I'm no.
I like this version. It's very, very baller.
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
It would have been easy just to have him take out the M9, but no. He asserts dominance by just grabbing the barrel of the gun. And look, now he's in his fighting pose! Oh, this game rules. This game rules. Have some stun grenades. Flashbang warning. Look, there's the SOCOM right there, though. So yeah, there's an alternate way to get the SOCOM. We can also just karate flip dudes if we want. Probably be better to just M9 them, however. There we go. Hey.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
Don't think, just jam.
Shoot!
Yep, very dramatic. Hi. Hi. Oh, you dodged that. There we go. Oh. Come on. Alright. Hey, look, they're actually coming out of the medical room. That's kind of cool. Nice little detail. You would only see, yeah, if you're looking out here. Nice that they don't just, like, teleport in. I don't know what they were all doing hanging out in the medical room, but, you know. We'll eat the ration. We'll eat the ration. Hi.
Take this!
Take what? Take what? What do you want me to take? Oh. Jeez, Meryl. Alright, now this is a good scene, but we're just gonna skip it. Because we have to get to another action scene very soon. So, unfortunately, sorry everyone in the audience, you will not get to hear Psycho Mantis call you a good girl again. I know a lot of people are fans of that one. Let's take a look at Johnny here. He's a little difficult to get a good look at. But he does have a unique face. It's really hard to see. It's really hard to get there. It's really hard to get there, but trust me when I say he's got a face that is only used for him, and yes, it does look kind of like Solid Snake. You just kind of have to finagle with the camera quite a bit. Speaking of which, I do have the digital camera. No, I can't look at the reflection. I could have sworn you could get a better look at his face. Oh well. I know people have, like, extracted the file and messed around with FreeCam, but we're not doing that right now. We're going down to the B2 basement. Get some C4 and fight a cowboy. Because we need to see the third character who has a different costume for the Tuxedo Snake playthrough. I wish it was Ocelot. I do. I wish Ocelot got a cool little cowboy hat or something. Unfortunately, you know, that's just a bridge too far. Put that there. Back away. Go in there. More C4. It's very funny how quick parts of this game can go. when you're not watching all of the cutscenes. Let's see if this is far enough away. Well, you can still see ocelots back there. So let's go in. We're not going to watch this scene, but we are going to watch the post-boss fight scene. And you remember how we clowned on him last time? He just shot the wall. We're going to do that again. By the way, we can also shoot these pipes. And if he's close to them, it blinds him momentarily.
I can't see.
Yep, there it is. Yep, he loves to reload during a battle.
I can't see.
It also does a little bit of damage to him. Oh. He loves to reload during a battle. SOCOM ammo there, but that's the only M9 ammo. Well, we remember we have to crawl to get it? Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's just get our bandana on. So we don't have to mess with this. Oh, which way you going, old man? Yep. Yep.
Don't you want to settle this?
Yeah, I do.
I can't see.
Yeah, look at him. Man, that leg is really going to be asleep. Alright, so now we're going to see the third and final character that gets an alternate costume in this playthrough. I wish everyone got a different costume.
What I'd expect from the man with the same code as the boss.
But
It's been a long time.
at least the ones that do, they're pretty cool. Snake gets a tuxedo. Meryl gets a sneaking suit. And the ninja here.
What? My hand! Ah!
Once he takes off the stealth camo. Check it out, Spider-Man!
Stealth camouflage.
Yeah, Spider-Man palette for the Cyborg Ninja. There's an interesting wrinkle to this, which was added recently. Is apparently in the Netflix animated adaptation of Invincible, there's a character that's named
We'll meet again.
Agent Spider, I believe, that was meant to be like a Spider-Man stand-in
Who are you?
in the original comics or something like that. But the Netflix version has the exact same color palette as the Cyborg Ninja's normal color palette. Like the orange shoulders, the gray mask, blue body. That character in the animated version of Invincible is also voiced by Josh Keaton, who voiced several versions of Spider-Man, but also voices Major Ocelot in the next game we'll be playing, Metal Gear Solid 3. So that's a whole weird little tangled web of connections there that I think is pretty interesting. But yeah, back in 2004, early 2004, all that extra stuff didn't really exist. Certainly didn't happen in 1998, so we just pretty arbitrarily got Gray Fox looking like Spider-Man. I kind of like it better, honestly. there's something about, like, that much, like, desaturated red and blue. You know, he's not really got vibrant Spider-Man colors. In the original, the glow of the mono eye was also green rather than the orangish red it is in this, but either way, this scene is really, really funny with these costumes. It's still such good choreography, but... You ever want to see James Bond fight Spider-Man with a sword? Well, here it is. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I really wanted to show for the extra content. Like I said, we're going to revisit all the games again in the future. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to Metal Gear Solid: The Crazy Snakes. Get out of here, Kenneth Baker.